Sure, Lurching Corpse can ruin its day. I mean, there are a lot of things that can hit ambush, you know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see how good it can do.
Who is running the Orthrus today?
That's Praetorian.
Praetorian was?
Yeah. Praetorian melted face that game with
Aggro Shadow.
Yeah.
It's Aggro Shadow once again.
Melted face. So it looks like Dragon and Daria did get banned, so we're going to see a few cross, not mirror matches, so they did the whole Shadowverse Forest thing, so they're at least they know what's going on. They don't want a coin flip here.
You probably spoke to each other about, okay, you're running Forest first, and I'll run Shadow.
Yeah. I think I would want to be on the side running Forestcraft first because, again, I think it has the better matchup, and getting the first win in this matchup I feel like is very nice when you have to play against the mirror.
Jungle Warden. That's going to provide potentially a mid-game ward.
Sheepy has potentially a great hand. Needs to find the lower end of his curve, though. HIMARI has all the options he needs being on the play. He's got a Sylvan Justice into a Starry Elf, or a Fairy Whisperer into a Starry Elf that will find that Wood of Brambles to help him against the mid-shadow deck here.
That's right. And of course, as protocol, we have to think long and hard about no options.
Yeah. The Sheepy effect. This is what it is. Folks, if you're just tuning in with us, this is the Sheepy effect. You sit there and you think about your options for the entire turn. Again, nothing wrong with that. But it's what he does. It's style.
Yeah.
To be fair, you know what? Maybe it's better to be known for something than nothing.
Sheepy is known for being incredibly handsome and also having a dog.
That's absolutely true. There you go. There you go. I was going to go with the... I thought you were going to go with the rhyme this time. Sheepy is known for putting us to sleepy.
His name is Sheepy. He puts us to sleepy. Whenever I see his games, I want to weepy.
Oh, no. Is that because he just crushes so hard?
It's good to watch Sheepy. It's good to watch somebody be so intentional about the decisions that they make.
No, I like it. I like it.
But HIMARI is looking to dispel that. Has a Starry Elf, and I assume he's going to pull the Wood of Brambles.
I think he's considering popping the Lurching Corpse this turn just so he doesn't have to deal with it come later, or maybe even the Pure-Hearted Singer. I think getting the Starry Elf online now, though, gives him best access to the Wood of Brambles, because he can play it on 4 alongside a bunch of fairies.
Flowers are so gorgeous.
And honestly, he can just ignore the Lurching Corpse. This is the whole thing about the early game. Lurching Corpse doesn't really do anything unless there's an activator for it. And as we can see in Sheepy's hand, there's no activator just yet, which means that his Skull Ring isn't really super valuable either.
Am I blind? Okay, there's a Skull Ring. Wow, my eyes skipped over it like 4 times.
Yeah, it's animated. It's changing. Changes colors. It's like those sunglasses.
Yeah. Okay, that means HIMARI is going to be well set up in the other game. I mean, if he has... I don't think his deck has the Elf Song, but that would definitely be a thing.
No, no. Elf Song has not been in the White Wolf Forest Craft decks for a long time. Not even as like a tech one of, just in case you do get a you know, like a crazy aggro draw.
Which is curious, right? I mean, you see sometimes how effective like a single Orthrus can be.
Exactly. Sometimes running tech cards that are kind of out of the ordinary puts your opponents on the spot too. Like it puts them in a situation where they're just like, wait, whoa, 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 what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I guess board control was a little more important than I thought it was.
Yeah. Should have played differently, because if you play just like de facto decks, people can read your plays. They know exactly what you're doing every turn.
Let's play.
Yeah.
Hey, let's
Fingers
play.
down.
Yeah, pretty easy Wood of Brambles here. Take over the entire board. And I think, yeah, you just wait for that Skull Ring to run out. You don't even approach that Lurching Corpse. You don't care about it.
Weaken the Catacomb. Man, there's just a lot of clunky cards for Sheepy. Ectors are great, but when they don't have any cards to follow up or precede them, it becomes not something you want to see in your hand. You're just going to get run over by board.
Absolutely correct.
You have an Evolved Catacomb. That's the peak of your turn 4 play.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel good either. I mean, what, you get to evolve to get rid of a 1/1. Could go for the Starry Elf, but then you lose the Prince Catacomb and make the Crackback Wood of Brambles a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Oh, right. I mean, you have to Prince, right? You can't not. Oh, he's going to go aggressive, though.
Okay.
I like this.
He calls HIMARI on his bluff.
That's right. He says, fine, don't deal with my Lurching Corpse.
The Lurching Corpse will start dealing with you.
That's right. In Russia, Lurching Corpse deals with you.
Russia is being added into the European Shadowverse Open.
That's right.
A lot of Eastern Europe as well.
Along with Latin America. And again, if you guys have forgotten and you guys haven't gotten a chance to check it out, the Grand Prix mode is active in Shadowverse now. Of course, the opportunity to win over multiple weeks of qualifications. You have to. It's basically like Arena. You play your best of 5. You lock in a deck. It's a great place to practice for tournaments because they have to lock in their deck, so you get to play against people who are trusting with the deck that they've brought and are comfortable with it and want to play it. And then you have the chance to win all the way up to 3 Sears Globes and/or a Sears Globe and a sweet flare that is yet to be announced, I believe. I'm not sure if they've announced what the flare is yet.
Sears Globes, my friends.
Yeah, if you were like, hey, how do I animate my cards?
That's it.
This is what's up.
Yeah, you got to prove yourself first.
That's right, you got to prove yourself. You got to qualify. If you get 4 or 5 wins, you get into Group A. If you get 3 wins or less, you get into Group B. Group B, I believe, has some prizing. I didn't look at it because I'm not trying to get into Group B. You know what I'm saying? And then, and then Group A.
Group B for bad.
And then you go into final stage after that. So I think you have to get 4 or 5 wins again after Group A is active. Then you go into the final stage, and then the final stage is sudden death. You play 1 round of 5. The more wins you get, the better prizing you get. It's crazy stuff. You should get involved.
HIMARI is thinking about training against the skeleton, but decides against it. Did not want to utilize the evolution orb. The Lurching Corpse that was just removed is replaced.
Which is interesting to me as to why to remove it, but I guess saving that 3 damage was important enough to HIMARI.
The evolution orb. We talked about this a few times before, too, about once the evolution orb gains about 4 damage of value and more, then that changes the pace of the game.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if it gets 3 damage or more, you know what I mean? It's doing its duty. The funny thing is, back in the day when we had things like Old Man Levi, you know, those evolution orbs were getting some damage.
Yeah.
Like, Old Man Levi got 2 just on his crack, and then he got an extra 3 damage spell on top of it for 1. That was probably the most insane use of all time of evolution orbs.
The Crimson Sorcery.
Yeah, plus he's a 2-drop. I'm sad to see him go, but I'm, like, sad to see him go, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Made the game too easy for you.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting into these later play point territories where all of a sudden the Ectors and the Thanes and all this clunky stuff that was in hand make more sense.
Stop it.
Yeah. Continues calls bluff.
Says, I'm just going to keep hitting your face. You deal with my board. I know you can't aggress me because you're not playing those elf songs.
How nice would that be, huh?
Oh my goodness. If an elf song just busted out here, Sheepy'd be like, what have I done? No Odile on hand for Sheepy either. So not a clear-cut way to clear the entire board without just jamming straight across with his own followers.
Yeah.
I think this is a pretty good Aaron turn. I think this is a great Aaron turn, actually.
I think so, too. You kind of hold up a lot of what's on the table.
And then you just get to go face for a bunch. You heal 3, deal with the Aisha, smack for 5, put yourself into easy lethal range for later in the game. And it's protected. The Lurching Corpse has so many followers that it can hit if it runs in.
The hunt has only
Mari agrees. I like the setup. This is the most full board I've seen for a Forestcraft player so far this late in the game.
Yeah.
It's because Sheepy just wants to go face.
Someone worthy.
Okay. Do it.
Don't trade. Don't you dare trade, HIMARI. Don't you dare trade.
Oh.
Good.
Oh.
Good man, HIMARI.
There it is. HIMARI.
He's feeling it.
Yeah.
Putting the hands up.
He made a decision there for sure.
That's right. And he's not. Maybe he's not too confident in the decision.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. Skeleton Prince is now active. Demon Eater is a thing that you can utilize now.
This is not a great turn for Sheepy. He can basically put more onto the board. That's about all he's doing. He can clear off 2 followers this turn, possibly 3 if he wants the Demon Eater.
Still such a clunky hand. I mean, the Demon Eater might pull you stuff that you can play.
Yeah, I think I like the Demon Eater to start with because if you do randomly snag the air in here, your turn gets way better. Yeah, and I don't see Demon Eater being played for the next several turns after this. Skeleton Prince installs a fine board. Okay.
Okay.
Looks like he's going to go with the Skeleton Prince play.
Evolving the Skeleton Prince or the Lurching Corpse.
He's just
I like it. You
sending
commit
all.
to a strategy,
Yeah.
right? We've seen players who haven't committed and they do half and half, and it's
Right.
ruined them.
Yep, doesn't work out well. This is definitely a very straightforward strategy. It is.
At this point, HIMARI needs to respect a lot.
He does.
Right? Because
He
the Ector really changes things. It almost says, hey, you have to play things like Jungle Warden now.
At the moment, 5, 8, plus 6, 14 damage available for Sheepy. So you can clean out the 3-1, and then we've got 6 plus 6 is 12 damage, so not lethal. So that's technically all HIMARI has to do is take out this 3-1 with one of his fairies to not die next turn. But then again, how is he getting closer to winning? That's the real question.
Jungle Warden is always an option.
Wood of Brambles to help clear a lot is a good option as well.
Yeah. And Sheepy's decision making is really keeping him in this despite how tough his opening hand was.
Yep. Very interesting to me that he chose to play Wood of Brambles after losing one of his fairies.
This song's for you.
Maybe he wanted to play... I don't know, yeah. Doesn't make too much sense to me. Maybe just to get more cards out of hand to set up for a White Wolf turn?
Let's play.
I don't think he needs to. I don't think he needs to go down to 6 cards.
I won't let you get away.
Or 7, rather.
My songs are heartfelt.
No, actually, that is the number, right? Because then you go down to 7, back up to 9. So actually, yeah. Perfect for hand size. But he was going to lose one with the Lurching Corpse. Anyway, so... Interesting. I don't know. Interesting roll of the dice there. I think he could have had one more follower left in play.
Okay. Sheepy is thinking hard about his next step.
Yeah, this is rough, because he was setting up for a lethal. HIMARI was like, nah, I'm actually going to play defensive this time. I'm getting to my end game of White Wolf. Now you have to set up. I'm not going to let you get me to 10. Tell you that much.
Did you like it?
Draws a card. No White Wolf target so far. And that's important, right? The instant you commit that Ector, you best make sure that...
Honestly, it's not a bad turn to install White Wolf anyway. You can clear the entire board this turn with White Wolf. You get to put him into play. And then it's not like Sheepy can do anything about it. You know what I mean? He's either going to clear it and then possibly give HIMARI a lethal or not clear it, and then HIMARI can just clear it the next turn.
Thane doesn't... well, maybe Thane's pretty cool.
I mean, Thane's something.
Because if you remove one of the zombies and you have a 4/2 wolf, and you only have 2 fairies, so that's not actually a lot of damage. So I think you can get away with just the Thane here. But if you play the Thane now, then the White Wolf immediately runs in, and then that changes things.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not going with the White Wolf this turn. I'm not sure what he's trying to play around. He doesn't really have a lot of time left, right?
Stars are so gorgeous.
Just wants to fill up the board with smaller followers, it looks like. Wood of Brambles to protect board.
Hey, let's
Nice.
play.
Maintains hand size. And can play the wolf with the fairy on the next turn.
It's true.
And options are running a little lower for Sheepy.
Yeah, he's got a lot of expensive stuff. That Prince Catacomb not going to get any type of value soon here. Unless he wants a Demon Eater before it, which does not seem like the play. I think this is just a Thane turn. Feels bad Thane turn. Either that or he plays Ektar and then loses the zombies that he attacks with.
Yeah. I don't think either of those are good choice.
Alright, looks like he wants to install 5/6.
So now there's a target for the wolf. Both the zombies are going to run into fairies.
And yeah, this is a cleaned up board yet again.
The end game is really tough for Mid-Shadow against White Wolf Forest.
Yeah. Because it needs to put big followers into play so that it can force damage through for the Aisha to end the game. And White Wolf plays right into that.
Oh, man.
And he's got the Jungle Warden King Elephant coming up.
Yeah, and there's no way to end the game here, so I think Sheepy is just checkmated at this point.
Yep. Can't even do the old Thane into D-meter play this turn because of the cost change.
Yeah, that's right.
Even that, you know, it would have helped a little bit, but can't do it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how he really clears out this board, because the end is upon Sheepy.
This is full hand. Jungle Warden
Elephant. There it is. 8 plus 10 equals dead. Sheepy takes the first loss, and Himari moves on to the second game. Not moving on in the bracket quite yet, but the score is up to 1-0 now, and it's all down to this Mid-Shadow list.
It's crazy to me. I mean, it's like everything is happening, you know. That's what I was talking about. It's like playing Shadow first into this Forestcraft deck has never felt good. And I want to say, if we look back on all of the matches that we've been watching where we've had to see Forestcraft in any iteration and Shadowcraft versus each other, which we've been seeing all weekend, the person who started with Forestcraft has come out ahead.
Yeah, I would agree. Himari is about to push Sheepy into the loser's bracket. And that would be quite big. If Himari wins this, he goes on to face off against, who is it? Zerofine?
Zerofine.
So it's going to be Himari and Zerofine. And then dropping down into losers, Sheepy and, well, potentially Sheepy, and potentially Praetorian will have to fight out against, is it Ludi Brolo, as well as
Mother, father, come on.
Shadow Shadet.
Shadow Shadet.
That's right.
All right, now we get to see Shadow again versus Forestcraft. Let's see if Himari can do it a double take here and beat both matchups on both sides of it.
Yeah, that'll be something if we see a Mid-Shadow mirror.
I mean, that's technically what we assume is going to happen. We think the Forestcraft is probably going to beat up on the Shadowcraft deck as it has been doing, but if Himari can pull the rug out from under this Forestcraft deck and just, you know, creep in that 2-0 win against Onion Sheep, Mr. Dis Sheepy over here.
This Onion Sheep.
I missed that old name.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of space.
To be fair, that would make more sense about your rhyme, you know, where watching him makes you weep because he's an onion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been hit by the onions hard?
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Oh yeah. I cook with onions all the time because they taste amazing.
Yeah.
But I have to like, yeah, almost blindfold myself.
Yeah.
In order to cut onions. It's crazy. Like my eyes are watering just thinking about it right now.
I heard there's a specific part of the onion where if you avoid cutting it, then it's not nearly as pungent.
Lies. Lies. If you cut an onion, you're getting it. All right. There's probably something that you can do, probably some ritual or like some dance, some voodoo dance you can do that will prevent the onion from stinging your eyes, but I don't know it. You could, you know what? You know what would be $1 million idea right now? None of you guys in chat can use this. This is my idea, okay?
Okay.
It's my idea. I have it as record, intellectual property, me on camera right now. You ready? Special contact lenses that prevent you from crying when you cut onions.
Wow, I don't think anybody wants that idea anyways. What the heck?
To be fair, they probably already make glasses that do that. They probably already exist.
Yeah.
And contact lenses are way harder to use anyway.
Gotta wash your hands. Gotta put the solution on.
Yeah.
Gonna make sure they're clean.
Yeah.
So to stick your finger in your eye.
That's fun, though.
You like doing that?
Not really. I don't wear contacts. I imagine it would be fun.
Yeah, contacts are tough.
You know those kids that used to bully you on the playground that would like hold you down and like push their eyeball in your face? Did you ever have that happen to you?
No,
Oh my
but
goodness. That was
did that
freaky.
happen to you?
That happened to me a lot.
Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, I just thought it was weird. It's not like they were hitting me or like beating me up. It was just they would do the freaky things. Like they push like somebody would pop out their eyeball and take their finger and just like push it. You know what I mean? Like it's really weird. It's really weird.
So, oh my god.
It's really weird.
Why would anybody do that?
Because
Kids
they can.
are weird.
Kids are weird.
Kids are weird.
Kids eat dirt, man.
There's that whole thing about kids like trying to play that game where they make each other try to pass out. Like they try to
With, like chokeholds and stuff.
No, well, probably somewhere in the world, but like they'll like squat and then stand up really fast and stuff like that. I don't know exactly how you do
like
it.
try to pass out.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Not safe.
Yeah.
Do not recommend.
Yeah, and then we got all these kids running around eating Tide Pods and stuff these days.
Tide Pods?
Tide Pods.
Oh, like the detergent?
Jesus. The world's a crazy place.
That's
why I stay at home and play Shadowverse, because I'm safe.
You're never safe. Look at this. Skeletons, zombies.
Yeah, but they're
mystical,
friendly. They're animated.
Forest people.
It's all good.
Elephants with abs?
Yeah, it's safe. It's cartoony. You know in a cartoon, you can't be hurt.
That's not true.
That is true.
That's not true.
What cartoon can you be hurt in?
I mean, it depends on your definition of cartoon. If it's colorized, animated, stylized.
Yeah. You can't be hurt.
I've seen many dark cartoons.
Yeah, but you can't actually be hurt because it's not real. It's cartoons.
They hurt my feelings.
Well, that's fine.
My feelings are real.
Well, that's still up for debate.
Do you think I'm just an android who just
I don't know.
spits out what I think would make you feel like I have feelings?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, therapy is needed.
I would be the world's dumbest robot. Do you even consider how bad I am at math? Do you think a robot would actually be that bad? The robots never make a mistake. The humans make a mistake.
That's not true. Robots can be dumb. They were only programmed to do certain things. They might not even know math.
What is your definition of math? The machines are literally doing math.
No, maybe they're doing computations, but they don't know how to like do math. You know what I mean? Like their body internally does computations to make them work. You know what I mean? But they're not actively being like, I know what 2 + 2 is.
Let's go talk to AlphaGo one day.
Yeah.
Talk about thinking, processing.
Yeah.
I almost thought Skype crashed.
Yeah.
The webcams crashed.
What do you have
This Sleepy over here, doing some work. So is HIMARI. So HIMARI is solidifying his board position, and SHEEPY does not really have a good answer on turn 4 to this. He's got Fall from Grace, which is not good enough. It will upgrade, as a matter of fact, anything on the side of HIMARI here.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Now you get Drain, and you get more defense.
Yeah, yeah. Did draw into a Sylvan Justice. Let's see if he uses it. He can use this to not only destroy one follower, but if he really wants to, he can go down, play the Fairy, evolve it to clear out another follower. And if he follows the chain of events that most of our players have been playing, he'll probably take that route, clear off as much of the board as he can. HIMARI knows SHEEPY's going to take a little while, walks off. Oh, it's good times. We love making fun with SHEEPY. SHEEPY's a good guy.
You're done for.
What is in the background? Is that a piano?
I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like a piano. It's kind of far away from
me. A couch bed.
Could be a couch or a table or something.
All right, and this game really is just waiting, right? Like, unless Shadowcraft has a big, hefty mid-game role.
This could be a case for the Shadow Reaper, right? This is like maybe another matchup where Shadow Reaper, if you draw it early enough, you can present it to a board such as like the last turn or even this turn.
That's right.
Where it could just get buffed up and up. Because like honestly, Shadow Reaper doesn't need to do what it did before. Before, Shadow Reaper put in almost all the work for the deck. Now it just needs to help get your opponent down to 10.
Yeah.
And shine.
Still don't see the Shadow Reaper, but here comes the biggest play of the century. Tune in now at Shadowverse Game on Twitch to see Andrielphus be evolved. What will happen in the future? Disastrous Sheepy must find out.
I like this. I like this. Keep going. Tell me more. Tell me more.
Can HIMARI pull in the pieces that he needs to defeat his own friend, now turned enemy?
More. Give me more.
In the spring season of the Shadowverse Open, actually I think it's winter. In
Yeah.
the winter season of the Shadowverse Open, the snow may fall, but alongside it is it SHEEPY or HIMARI that will join the rubble that is covered within the white Ugh! This is too difficult.
Well, we got
Not
somewhere.
a literary
That
genius.
was fun. That was fun though. That was fun. I'm glad I pulled some more out of you.
Okay. Well, Venus is pretty good.
Mhm.
I always like this card. Good stats, good additional effect that you get off of it. Card draw is always something that's very welcome.
Yep, this is a pretty good turn for HIMARI as well. Has a Skeleton Prince he can install. Also the Andrelphus, as you were saying, but Andrelphus seems a little dicey this turn, unless he wants to go with the Lurching Corpse Demon Eater plan. You can do all of those things this turn. Interesting. Starts with that instead of an Andrelphus. Maybe wants to save the evolution for damage. I can't hate him for that.
Mm-hmm.
Please love me.
Does take that down.
Yep, looks like he's going with damage. I like it.
I like it. It's very rare that you get yourself into this situation. It's important that you take advantage of it any moment you can.
Mm-hmm. Note to self, also for next week, don't play Fall from Grace.
Then all the tilting at windmills comes.
We have never seen that line up properly.
This was a setup for day 2.
Yeah?
Everyone's like, oh, the tilting sucks.
Yeah, it's bad. Everybody's
It's
got
really
Fall
terrible.
from Grace.
And everyone's
By
like,
the way,
"Oh, I
tilting
guess-"
at Windmills Dragon does not lose games. It has not been losing games. It's
Yeah.
still a great deck, even with hate. But yeah,
But the
everybody's like,
strategy,
it's bad.
yeah, that's the strategy. Then everyone's like, maybe they're right, and then they remove.
Yeah,
the Fall
I
from
tell
Grace.
everybody as well to take Fall from
Yeah.
Graces out, and they're like, okay, all right, nobody's playing it, we don't need it,
Yeah.
and then next week,
Yeah,
back, tilting at Windmills Dragon across the board.
that's the plan. Plan means keikaku.
What?
I just reversed the meme. Do you not know what that meme is?
I don't even know what you said.
My God. I keep forgetting that you are not one of us.
I'm not a memer, man.
You are not one of us.
Not a memer.
You need to leave.
No. You need to leave.
I will show you to the door.
I know a few memes, okay? I know a few. I've got a couple under my belt.
Yeah?
Dat boy, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Dat boy riding a unicycle, you know? That's another one.
Sheepy is kind of low on plays here. I mean, if you look at his hand, he's got the Aerids, which will help tide him over, but there's nothing that's pushing the game plan forward. I suppose that's not absolutely necessary. You do want to find the White Wolf pretty soon. I think this is the first time we're going to see Forestcraft potentially get to 8 play points and not have the White Wolf available.
Not have the option.
But yeah, it's looking a little bit sparse.
Again, there's a lot of thought to go into this turn, whether or not to play the Skeleton Prince possibly, gum up the board some more, or to play the Ektar.
Is that what the Skeleton Prince sounds like?
Pretty gross, right?
He's not scary in the least.
Yeah, he's not scary, but it's kind of gross.
He almost sounds like he's like friendly or kind of like a nerd.
Yeah.
Like tries to act tough, but is totally
And he
into,
brings
like,
his little nerd friend.
yeah.
And he's like,
exactly. That's what it is. His nerd friend like pretends he's all cool and all.
yeah. And then when you kick him out of the room, he leaves behind this dirt trail that you're just like, what the heck, man? Take a shower, bro.
It's very Napoleon Dynamite-esque.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, still not very good things that immediately impact. I mean, Brambles goes a long way, but this board is actually pretty tough.
This is really tough. Yeah, I mean, you can play an Aaron. I mean, honestly, probably Jungle Warden alongside of a Sylvan Justice is where my mind is headed. Looks like he wants to install the Wood of Brambles. Not sure why. I guess this can run into the 3-1 and not take any damage on the crackback.
Yeah, I mean, on the crackback, it means that the skeleton and the 3-1, the nerd buddy.
Why Wood of Brambles this turn instead of Sylvan Justice? That makes no sense to me. He didn't use it in the way that would make Wood of Brambles make more sense.
Well, is there a way for him to clear this board through the Skeleton Prince and the Andrelphus? Because if not, then you have to rely on the 2 cards that actually can't swing. But I guess you have Ektar.
I mean, yeah. Ektar can help. I mean, a zombie party in hand is going to be good enough.
I mean, Ektar gives you 6 plus 6, 12. It's lethal.
This head can be taken.
That's it! HIMARI does it. Sheepy with the...
Wait.
Yeah, it's lethal, right? 3 plus 4, 7 plus 5.
Yeah.
That's 12.
How do you not Sylvan Justice there, Sheepy?
No!
And HIMARI
Sheepy.
gonna turn the tables and just 2-0 Sheepy like it was his job.
We'll have to
sending
stay
Sheepy
tuned to the second
side.
movie where Sheepy comes back for revenge against HIMARI.
That's right. This is where this is the revenge story where Sheepy wakes up and then lays the hammer down.
Sheepy is now on the street side, homeless, rain on top of him.
Right.
And
It's building.